Batchel slash Perkus slash Holler for the moment. Cool, I will hand back over to Reese, our Games Master.
Okay, welcome back everyone, and those on the live stream. Just to catch you up on what happened the last hour, the small landing party arrived on this island, proceeded to investigate the docks, found some supplies, but were also set upon by these fungal zombie creatures that they dealt with and now have proceeded to push further into the town after sending word back to the Spirit of the Horizon. What would you like to do?
Well, I just noticed a flash of gold energy next to me.
There, yes, you're correct. As you walk into the centre of this town, Erden has been taken over by this flash of golden light, and please introduce your character.
Hi guys, I am Noggin. I'm also a gnome, and I am a rogue, and I am the ship's dentist. And I like collecting things.
Amazing.
So you're also a sadist?
Yeah.
Cool. Just go along.
Oh, sorry, George.
Okay, I think we should. Hi, Noggin. We were just heading to the bulletin board to see what the last things that were put up there before everyone appeared to be zombies. So, should we head there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Follow your lead.
Correct.
You approach the bulletin board, and it is bare, standing outside this town hall, which appears to have been recently completed. The bulletin board has no notices, no newsletters. It's blank.
Is there like a sign on the top saying this town's bulletin board, or?
It does actually. On top, it the Isle of the Mills bulletin board.
Isle of the Mills.
The Mill.
The Mill.
VULMIL. The Mill.
I'm gonna write my name on it. Sneakily.
Just sneakily,
What
make
are
a
you
sleight of hand
doing?
check.
Proficient. It's cocked. 15.
You take out a small dagger from your pocket and just carve into the edge.
Spray.
You spray. You
No, I left it. Yeah, I used it there.
Okay. Whilst you're looking at this, thank you. Whilst you're looking at this bulletin board, you hear a voice from behind you call out, "You four, quickly in here!"
I will run towards that man. Or woman.
It appears to have come from the front door of the inn.
Okay, I'll run towards the inn.
We go towards the end. I go towards the end.
You go towards the inn.
Wait, then start running.
In the doorway, shooing you in is this smallish bipedal bird-like man. Long beak, whites around his eyes. He appears to be magpie-ish. He has these very distinct feather patterns. And he, quickly, come on.
Can I just share with you what I'm seeing?
Yes.
You know, in Disney's Robin Hood,
Yes.
where he dresses up as the big long-legged bird.
Yep.
With the big, like, I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing in my head right now.
Okay.
Just FYI.
So, how can I make it clear? Every part of his body is clearly covered in feathers. He does have a traditional set of hands, but they are black and covered in these small, soft feathers. He wears quite nice, simple robes, travel garments. Clearly underneath is a set of leather armour, and there is a rapier at his side. His voice is very direct and he has a very nice voice, like a radio voice, nice to listen to. He gestures you inside. I'm assuming you will follow Brina. When you enter, the inn is completely dark apart from one candle. The windows have been boarded up. You see around, there are several survivors huddled in here trying to be safe. They all appear to be a race that you encountered earlier. They appear to be Arabi. They have this signature pale skin, the light glow from their eyes, celestial look about them. They're angelic in features. And then there's this one magpie man who has gestured you in. And as you all in, what on earth are you doing here?
We're with a ship.
What ship?
The Spirit of the Horizon. We're not from round here. Fully expected. Thank you for letting us in.
I can see that. You're all rather, especially you, you're rather different, aren't you?
Well, we, with our first party that landed, thought the same thing about you, so that's totally fair enough.
How rude of me. My name is Plumage. I am the owner of this inn.
Nice to meet you. I'm Brina.
I'm Noggin.
Nice to meet you, Noggin.
I am Barakas Holadin.
I am Vite,
Hello.
King of the Thundercrest, Lord of the Manor, and Prince of all I survey.
That is a bold-faced lie.
Is it?
Yes?
Yes.
Oh, you're going to be fun, aren't you? You are clearly not from this land, my friend, and I do have a lot of knowledge.
Just because I'm not from this land doesn't mean I'm not king of all I survey.
Make a deception check.
8.
You're
Nice
not even in
try.
charge of our ship. Like, what are you on about?
Just using my proficiencies.
Okay, well, after that weird conversation.
Can I just ask quickly? See
Yes.
this birdman's legs?
Yes.
How skinny are they?
They're obviously slimmer than yours. You're a very well-built individual.
Yeah.
Are they slimmer than ours? Our gnome legs?
Well, they're longer than yours.
Are they slimmer?
They're similar size, similar thickness.
Okay. Now, just out of curiosity, could you slash through them? Idle curiosity, I assure you. I just want to. This is how I measure legs.
Make a medicine check,
Do I have?
just to see if you could understand basic anatomy of this creature.
12.
I mean, you've sliced through thicker things.
Okay. Good to know.
I just came here to have a nice conversation with some NPCs.
As a
Plumage, please come in, rest if you need it. I'm sure you're as curious about what's going on here as I'm curious about you.
Yeah, what happened to this place?
Well, this town, this outpost, was set up about 6 months ago by the Thundercrest Federation. It's supposed to be a trading post, a rest point. I came here to attempt to make some coin. This all started a few days ago. To acquire more stone for building, our leader, Aladdin, set up a quarry on the north side of the island, amongst the mountains. He was going to send the stones downstream. He went up, a couple of shipments came down. and then they stopped. We set up a party. They didn't come back. Now, what does your little group of adventurers want on the island?
Stuff.
We
No.
came here to kick
Well-
ass and steal supplies. Tell
No,
us,
we
have you run
didn't.
out of supplies?
No, we did
Because they were
not.
kicking ass.
Our ship's in
wasn't
dire
clear.
need of repair. We need rations, and we also need to find out about a shipwreck that happened here.
Recently,
Um,
there was a wreck off the reefs on the north side of the island.
That's the one where.
A ship called the Cutlass, I believe. Pirates.
Sounds like what we need.
Indeed. Arg.
I bet their first love be the sea.
If you're looking for supplies, I don't have much here, but if it's to repair a ship, you're going to need timber, correct?
Yes.
I don't know if he's still alive. Last time any of us heard from him, he was up at the farm, just northwest of here. Aladdin, if you find him and get him back here safely, he will be able to organise an evacuation effort.
On that big ship that's at the dock.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you do so, get in his good favour, if I vouch for you, you may be able to get supplies from us.
Okay.
That being said, I've also lost a lot of coin coming here. I'm looking for a way out, and I don't particularly want to go with them. Is there a space on your ship for one more?
We've lost some, so one in, one out. Just makes sense.
We, in the interest of full disclosure, before you decide to join us, we're not from here.
I can see this.
We're from a different plane of existence, we think.
That's incredibly hard to believe. I'm not doubting you.
No.
It's honestly the best reason for you being here,
Honestly,
looking the way you do.
it took me about a day to figure out what happened when we cast this really big spell, and me and Kaitana, who is on the ship, we spent a long time trying to figure it out, and that's all we've come up with, and we're not happy about it, but it's the situation. I can understand why you wouldn't want to believe it.
Fascinating, honestly. Yes, I would like to join your ship, in fact.
We are trying to get back to our own plane, you understand?
I mean, I understand that. But that will be a while, I'm sure. I mean, it's in the nicest possible way, but trying to move a ship across the plane, I have heard of no one who currently exists doing so.
It's because they're on another plane.
Or it's because they died when they were casting the spell, like, do we have to really be this bravado about it? No. This
Why-
island's overrun with zombies. Like,
White mumbled that under his breath so no one heard.
What skills do you have to offer us for on our ship?
I am a man of many, many talents. Also, wouldn't hurt having a native from this land on your ship,
it
would
wouldn't
it?
hurt having a native from this land on this ship. He'll know how to get to different islands.
Well, not necessarily.
He's travelled.
I have travelled. I have seen many places. Know many things.
Can I roll insight on that, please?
Yes, of course.
Oh, I am insightful. 17.
He appears to be telling the truth. He seems... There's a lot of bravado to him. He's very confident in...
So he's overselling himself. But he's
I
not
think
lying.
it's mainly because he comes across to you as a performer. He comes across as someone who enjoys stories and getting stories and embellishing.
He's a salesman. That's what he does.
He's
That's
a
fine.
bard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not lying, is he?
No.
Okay.
Just exaggerating a bit.
It's fine.
Of course, there are many survivors on the island, perhaps. Maybe. It's only been a couple of days since these creatures emerged from the woods.
Did you recognise any of them by face, or?
A few.
That's what I thought. Okay. Well, we don't want to leave you here. We need supplies. Everything seems to be in our best interest to help you, so I don't see why not. I am going to message back to my ship just to see about. I've got to talk with. I can't authorise you coming onto our ship, obviously.
That's
Our captain can authorise it. Our acting captain. Who I can talk to right now. And I'm going to go off into a corner and message Golan.
of course.
While she does that, is there anything shiny around?
There are a couple of flagons on the bar. There's a small pile of cutlery from where they used to serve food. Other than that, no.
I'll take a few spoons.
A few. Why? Are you trying to be stealthy about it, or
Yeah.
you make a sleight of hand check for me?
16.
16. You successfully pocket a couple of spoons. Write down 2 silver spoons.
2 silver spoons.
Please be chaotic neutral. We can finally take over.
What are you two gentlemen doing during this
Why
conversation?
have I got the band of things?
I'm having just a wee scan about the room, see if there's anything of interest.
What
Is
was-
there anything of interest?
Make a perception check.
15.
Ah.
Oh, 14.
You look around, and there are the individuals who are currently sit off in the corner, all being very quiet, looking at you with curiosity and fear in their eyes. It's been a rough couple of days for them, and they're untrusting at first.
Okay. Is there a table, like a group of them are sat around
Yes.
observing? I go to the table.
Hello.
Hello. I take out the zombie head, and I'm at 2 axes. I say, look, okay, one of you take this axe, I'll take the other. Let's play a game.
They all get up sharply and go to the back wall and cower. They do not want to play with the zombie.
Zombie head? They don't play zombie head axe game?
Can I
Well, seeing as they probably knew the zombie, probably not.
Okay,
Can
cool.
I-
It's to be workshopped.
ask 2 things? First of all, have I messaged Golan? Is he okay to have this on our
Yes.
ship?
Yes.
Second of all, does that happen while I see? Can I see this occurring
okay.
after that's happened, or no?
You message Golan. The message goes through. What are you relaying to him?
That we can, in exchange for letting this guy onto our ship, we can get supplies, access to the shipwreck.
You get a weapon. Does he seem trustworthy?
He doesn't appear. He appears to be a braggart, but he doesn't appear to be lying.
You get a message. Is he willing to show you around the island?
He's willing to tell us where the leader of the island was before, and ideally help them get to the harbour, to the dock, to get on their large ship to get off. They want out of this island, so I can say we can not have that part of the deal until he's followed through on his end.
That would be best.
Yeah.
I'm sending over Josen to secure the town.
Lovely, thank you. Tell them that fire seems to be the trick.
I'll relay this information.
Thank you.
Okay,
everyone, that's what are you doing?
I'm workshopping.
We've established that they recognise some of these creatures.
No zombie head games inside. We want to play outside.
Don't go outside.
Maybe it's an outside sport.
I
Okay,
think it is, yeah.
cool. I go outside.
I think there's many versions of it.
Josen's coming to secure the island.
Josen is coming to secure the town.
The town, sorry.
Plumage, if you're looking for a way out that you probably won't be detected, I have a tunnel that leads to just on the outside of town to the northeast. If you go out that way and follow the path, you will reach the farm.
Okay. The captain of the ship said if you follow through on your end, we'll follow through on ours.
And what's my end?
Ensuring that the supplies...
I can't ensure anything. I can only...
Aiding us in getting the supplies from your leader.
That I can do.
Out of interest, Plumage's head, is it smaller than the head I have already? Is it rounder?
It's smaller and it is rounder, but it's got a beak attached to it.
Okay. Sorry, never mind. Sorry, go on.
Let's go through the tunnel.
Did I hear you correct in you're sending someone over from your ship to secure the town?
There'll be a small party, yes. Josen's trustworthy, he's a good man.
Okay.
He's strong, he'll be able to... he'll be safe, he'll be okay.
I will rendezvous with them. They can set up base here and we can work from there.
Perfect.
What time is it?
This would probably be coming up on around... The sun has set. So probably around 10:30.
Would we be able to rest here for the night and make our journey in the morning?
I mean, yes, you could.
I just think that will be better if we've had a long couple of days. Will be better if we've rested.
Of course.
And I think Vite definitely needs a rest. He and Brightstone and Waller, to be fair, both need.
You can rest here. If
we can take part in any watches that you need doing.
the windows and doors have held so far, we should be okay.
Okay, thank you. We all rest.
So you're taking a long rest.
A long rest.
Okay.
The quickest long rest you ever did see. Can I just ask how many spell points
You
I'm
are
supposed
back
to
up to full health. You regain spell points.
How many spell points am I supposed to have? There's a level
You
2,
are a
is it?
second level wizard, so you will have 6 maximum spell points.
On a sheet there was 14, so I have to bring that later. Cool.
The streamer a big fan of zombie accent tennis.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think they want more access.
More.
Well, it's like, you can't...
Rena doesn't!
You can't be an adventure forever, you have your peak career, like a good, 10 years in your early 20s, from then on. And then after you think about legacy, you got to think about a retirement plan.
If you focus on research, then you're okay.
What am
Will
I?
always be
8 wisdom, 13 intelligence. I don't think I have opposable. I don't think I can handle test tubes.
I don't use test tubes, I'm a magic. Alright, let's carry on.
You say there's a market.
Long rest.
Long
You
rest,
awaken and during the night, Josen has arrived and the Marines have set up some small barricades on the roads entering and leaving this town.
Sweet.
You've seen that some attacks have happened during the night and some people have been lost. But also there's a large pile of dead zombies.
Can we establish how many zombies there would have been to begin with? Like, how many were in that party that went up to the quarry? Can we ask Plumage?
As far as I'm aware, 6, 7 people went up,
Okay.
didn't come back.
How many zombies have been killed?
4.
We killed.
We
You-
killed 4.
And then in the nighttime.
Around 7 or 8.
How many
Okay,
before
so
then?
definitely zombies.
I can tell you that the population of this settlement before this outbreak was around 200 to 250.
And how many people do you know are still alive?
Everyone you see here.
How many people?
There are 6 Arabi and Plumage.
Awesome.
Ooh.
So like, we got a good 5%. Great.
Looks like we're going to be playing a lot of tennis.
Sound. Tennis.
What's
I like
tennis?
that. That's a nice catchy name for it. Tennis.
Tennis.
10.
It's
Let's all go outside. To lift
No,
me
we're
out.
going
The
in the
sun-
tunnel.
Ah, fine. You can't play tennis in a tunnel.
The
You could roll the head down the tunnel.
And then
I had this other
try
game
hit
idea for a
somebody.
game. So you had this really narrow lane.
Sorry, GM. While he's going that
No,
way.
no, go for it.
You get a head, and like maybe the head's too big to carry. So you have the nostrils and the mouth. Okay, so hear me out. You have the nostrils and mouth as holes, and then you just roll it. You see how far you can get it. No. You get some sticks. You stand them up. Okay, so they're gonna be like little logs. Okay, so you get like 10 logs, 10 skinny logs. Put them in like a triangle. Yes, no, cool. Okay, so 10 skinny logs in a triangle. You get the head. You roll it. And whoever gets the most logs down in one go wins.
Could we test this out by
Oh.
going down the tunnel?
Okay, you do what?
Oh, that's
I'm
very
gonna
similar
workshop
to a
this.
game we used to play as children.
What's that?
Plumage says.
Okay.
We didn't use zombie heads. We used normal balls.
What is ball?
You know what a ball is?
Ball is this,
I know
Sphere.
head shape.
A
Head
shape
shape,
is a ball.
but smooth.
Barbarian primary school was here is plate, it smashes. Here is head, it is 3D plate.
Ah. You, my friend, had an interesting education. Here's the tunnel.
Cool.
And he leads you behind the bar and lifts open this around 4 foot wide trapdoor.
Cool.
A small ladder leads down and it's dark.
That's 20.
Well, down you go, boys. In you
Are
go.
there any like torches or things about that
Um,
we can take with us?
I'll-
Something we
Plumage.
can light fire to.
I'll
Is
go
there a
first.
torch?
I've got dark vision.
Okay.
We've got dark vision.
Do we?
Yeah.
Hey!
I believe everyone at the table has dark vision.
Do you have dark vision?
The
I
wings
still
do.
think fire
Tieflings
would
do.
be a
Tieflings
good
definitely
tiefling,
do.
yeah,
My bad,
definitely
yeah,
do.
sorry,
because the
yeah.
zombies don't like fire. So it would feel a lot more comfortable.
Well, I can shoot fire from my hands, so we'll be good.
I can't shoot fire from my hands.
I'll go in
Can you
front
shoot
of
fire from anywhere else?
Are there any torches in
Worth
the
asking.
in the thing to make her feel safer?
Plumage
Or wood.
hands you a torch.
And I'm just gonna. I've got prestidigitation actually, so I'll just go. And yeah. Feel
I
better?
feel much more happy.
I probably should have lit it in the tunnel rather than when we're climbing down a ladder, but there we go.
The tunnel continues on for about 200 to 250 feet before you hit the wall at the other end and you feel around and there is a ladder.
Up we go.
Go up the ladder
Climb
and
the ladder.
push open the trapdoor.
That means one of you two is going to have to be at the start of this because we're not going to be able to push
It
it
would be
Brightstone?
Brightstone.
Good.
Vite.
Vite.
We will cheer on.
Vite
So-
pushes open this trapdoor and it's been covered by grass and leaves. It's been attempted to be hidden. And you look back over your shoulder and there is the barrier that has been set up by the Marines. You see 2 of your crewmates just patrolling back and forth.
Can we get out?
You can absolutely get out of the tunnel.
I want to cover it back up though, so.
Yeah, we're going to cover it.
Yeah.
Cover it back up. Make a survival check.
20. Not
That'll do it. It's very, very well hidden. It looks almost as if it was just a pile of just randomly scattered leaves and grass and a little bit of dirt. You've done a very good job of that.
And I didn't set fire to any of it, even though at the same time I was holding on to the thing.
You can probably put the torch out now.
No, I keep it with me.
Okay.
In case of zombies.
It's
I can just light it again. I can just light it again for you.
Fire was the thing. I keep the fire.
Okay.
it's quite a nice clear day. Only a few clouds in the sky. It's quite warm. This area of this world that you found yourself in seems to be quite almost tropical. Not quite.
Can we find the is it clear where the path is up to the farm?
Yeah, it's a very clear road. Freshly built. You can see that it is fairly well travelled. You're seeing very similar track marks from what you did before, but you're also seeing, at this time, animal track marks as well.
Cool.
So, Vite is going to walk out in front of the rest of the party, and he's going to cast Disguise Self, and he's going to make himself look like one of the zombies, the one that he exploded. And he's going to walk forward ahead of the party, 20 feet or so ahead of the party, going like...
Make a performance check with advantage.
What are you trying to fool zombies, mate? Come on.
With advantage?
Yes.
9.
9. Okay. The rest of the party, what are you doing? You see Vite go out in front, very quickly gesture and say an incantation under his breath, and instantly his flesh becomes fungal and covered in mold. His hair becomes wispy, and he resembles the zombie that he...
Throw an axe at him!
Do you actually, though?
No, that'd be silly.
Don't make those jokes, because he'll make you roll for it.
Well,
Brina's gonna get...
It says that.
Brina's just gonna... Oh, it's still fine. Okay, cool, fine. Okay. And she's gonna take the book that she had before out of her bag. Still not her spell book, just clutch it. And we're gonna carry on.
Okay, so you...
We're going to be behind him a little ways, like, should we say, like, 10 feet behind him?
Sound.
Yeah.
10
How
feet.
far away are the other people from the Spirit of the Horizon who set up this
Yeah, how
board?
far away
Are
are
they
they?
seeing... Did they see this also? Or they just
They
see the zombie?
did, but they're also aware of the individual in question that has turned into this zombie and are aware of his nature.
They're not going to kill him.
They're not
It's
going to
fine.
kill him.
Cool.
I give them a thumbs up anyway. It's okay.
It's good.
Yeah, give it a wave and like a sorry. We know. Cool. We're gonna carry on.
Excellent. Are you proceeding just
Oh, let's stealth. Let's do sneaky sneaks. I'm gonna sneak. Yes. I never get good sneak rolls.
30.
do you want to roll stealth for me, please? You're continuing just to be a zombie,
Can I
correct?
continue my performance?
Yes,
Can I see
absolutely.
if I get any better?
No, you just roll.
Not yet.
19 I got for stealth.
19.
13.
14.
I know. For some reason I don't have proficiency.
You quickly dart into the edge of the road, which is sparse trees, large bushes, but all of you are keeping fairly quiet and are proceeding onwards. You're leading the way as this fungal mess, stumbling forward. A little bit of a hammy performance, but, I mean, believable.
It's like Nick Frost in Shaun of the Dead before he's actually a zombie.
I passive aggressively judge a performance.
Aye.
Free action, yeah.
Brain is exasperated with this whole situation.
You proceed onwards. After around about an hour, you do come to large fields of crops. Corn, string beans, lima beans. They like beans.
Beans, lots of beans.
It's been an
And
hour, yeah?
large, just past that, you do see large fields of wheat.
It's been an hour, yeah?
Yeah.
Can I run through the fields of wheat?
I go back to looking like Vite.
You go back to looking like Vi after an hour. Okay.
And then I cast it again, but this time I look like Brina.
And now there is now there are two small panicky-looking dwarves.
Braina's going to roll a Constitution saving throw for a second, see if she gets a bit dizzy.
Because this is an uneasy sight for you.
Yep.
And
And actually, I rolled a 7, so here's what's going to happen. How close is he to me?
you guys are off to the side, about 10 foot back, so he's in the middle of the path.
He's 10 foot away.
About 10 foot away, yeah.
Alright, it's not enough to... I am going to vomit, though. I'm just going to throw
Just
up.
into a bush, that's fine.
Into a bush, yeah. I'm just
You
gonna
don't
throw
picture the woman, aim it at your doppelganger.
I'm not close enough to aim at him, and she's not vindictive. If he was next to me, I'd vomit on him. I'm gonna vomit
Amidst
into the
these fields of crops, you do see in the centre one large barn, painted red,
Yeah,
and
barn.
around 30 to 40 foot away from it, a two-storey farmhouse. There is a path leading to it between the fields. There is also beside the barn an animal paddock. Make a perception check.
Am I the only one wrong?
All of us?
All of you.
Give it a go.
4.
Critical success.
11. Oh, nice.
Critical success.
Yes. I really see those animals.
What about you, Vite? Perception?
3.
Everyone's kind of distracted by Vite's new look. Even Vite himself is like, this is an interesting form for me. And then you look out over and you see along this path, especially congregated around the house and the barn, several more of these shifting fungal zombies. In the paddock, where you would expect to see animals, you see carcasses of cows that have been half devoured. There are several fungal zombies on their knees just ripping into these creatures.
Could we try and sneak past?
That was those zombies you were talking about.
Mm.
Would that be them?
That's them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
She points this out, and you do see these creatures in the animal paddock, along the path, in between the two houses. And every so often, especially you see in the fields of vegetation the odd shift as if something's moving through it.
In the fields as well. I think there might be something in the fields too.
Okay.
How far are we from the
I say
farmhouse?
You're around 150 to 200 feet away from the buildings.
Well, how
but
many feet away from the buildings?
200 to 250 feet away from the buildings. And in between you and there are several fields of corn and wheat.
That we're going to run through, yes. Not run through. We're not going to run through because there's definitely zombies in there. We're not Theresa May.
Could be like
But
Pokemon.
We are not so reckless.
we're not so naughty. I get right. Okay. Sorry, I should get into character. Right. I would like to hazard a guess that if Aladdin's anywhere, he's in the farmhouse or the barn. How far away from each other are the Aladdin? Sorry. How far away from each other are the barn and the farmhouse? Are they like?
Between the barn and the farmhouse, there is around a 40 to 50 foot courtyard, from what you can tell from this distance.
That's not so bad. I can run that in 2 turns. Okay. So, yeah, I think we should head to the farmhouse first. Maybe try and sneak past those zombies, see if anyone's inside.
Do we have to go through the fields to get to the farmhouse?
Or is there a path?
You have a path.
Yeah.
There are paths going off between each field, or you can go straight through the field, or
Let's go
straight
through the
down the main path. But you are aware there are a lot of, like, from what you see, there's around 20 to 25 zombies that you can see within this area.
Nogi, would you like to stick to the path?
Well, the path that we're very, very visible, and the zombies will see us.
But if we run into zombies on the path, we'll have a bit of a warning because we'll have a rustle, whereas
That's
in
true.
the corn we might not see them. It's a hard choice. Boys, what do you think?
I'm going through the grass. The wheat, I mean.
Of course you are.
It's like Pokemon. It's amazing. I'm going to go out and hunt these zombies one by one.
It's like what?
Pokemon. You go through the tall grass to find the wild Pokemon to fight.
No idea.
Except it's me actually beating up all the Bulbasaurs I see. Or rats, I see. Sorry.
You have a small nosebleed. There's just these otherworldly references coming out of your mouth.
I spoke in tongues then. What happens is I
Did you have a
say
stroke?
I say I'm gonna go to the wheat and hunt for the zombies.
Okay, we should not. No, we need to be sticking together. We have a job to do.
We are sticking together. You go through the path and I'll clear the flanks.
Oh, so you're going to flank the path, so we can go through the path, and you're going to go through the wheat.
Yeah.
As a flank.
Anything that I miss, you can handle it by yourselves.
The stream wants you to burn the field.
We'll get to that. Okay. So,
No, if I go through the field with my thing.
because in character. So we need to avoid damaging the crops because this would be good for us to take to eat.
Yeah, we have to harvest.
Michael
first.
Salmon would be great at dealing with this kind of stuff. He makes magic out of nothing. We know this.
I'm not harvesting these fields.
No one said you were going to have to. That's not your job.
Good.
Although,
I will look after the
What time is it?
people that harvest these fields.
This would be around 10 o'clock in the morning.
oh, okay.
I would like to try now and just one of you either side of the path in the wheat. We're going to go down the path.
Skipping.
You've still got your
Do you want
torch,
to take the left or the right
so
flank?
you can set fire to wheat if you really want to.
I'm assuming you're doing the same thing as I am.
I think
And if it comes to it, I'll firebolt the whole field. It's fine.
we should get
Just for you, live stream.
to
Just for you.
I think we should get
So
to
as
shelter.
Shelter.
walking down the
Where we're
field,
protected.
I can make little things,
One
and
by
I want
one
to make a little
draw
fire
the
starter.
zombies to
I'm
us.
really quite keen
Aw,
on this one.
nice.
Just
Right.
attack and
Guys.
zombies.
Are we doing this plan where you guys go down either side and we go up the path?
We're discussing it. We're thinking.
Could you discuss it with us so we know?
Sorry. Yeah. No. So I say we let Brina go forward, and when she's not looking, then we slack off.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll do this plan. Yeah.
What are your alignments?
Can I roll insight on that, please?
Yes.
Nope, critical fail. It's fine. But remember, I'm technically your commanding officer right now. So, because for some
Remember,
reason,
I'm technically your commanding officer right now.
Right now is a wonderful phrase to hear. Brilliant.
Great. So we're just gonna set fire to a field. Awesome. We're gonna go up the path. Are we gonna try and stealth?
We will try.
I'm
May
just
as
ignoring
well.
you two now. That's better. 13.
Oh, goodness. 11. That didn't work very well.
11.
13 and 11. Oh no, 14. I've got +2. Sorry.
Okay, so you two are heading up the
path.
The path.
Mhm.
What are you two doing?
I'm flanking them in one of the fields on the right.
I'll go with him.
Okay. Can I get stealth checks? At advantage because you do have full cover because these are tall wheat fields.
Which is why we don't want to go in there. We lose.
15.
Oh,
No, sorry, 13.
We die.
15.
Excellent. You all proceed down this path, seemingly ignoring, not getting any attention from these creatures. They're all either too occupied with shifting in no particular direction. The creatures that are in the animal paddock are definitely too preoccupied digging into this carcass. The individuals that are in the courtyard as you approach are just shifting back and forth. The barn doors are closed and so are the doors on the farmhouse. You do see that there is a light on the top floor of the farmhouse. I need a perception check from those on the path.
If we make it with the weeds,
14.
you should take your plan.
13.
So it was
14.
13. Yeah, you both. On the south side wall of the barn, which is the side that was closest from where you came, you see that there is a ladder leading up to an opening onto the second floor of the barn.
How are you with heights?
Heights are fine.
Okay, off we go.
Okay. Heights are fine. So you two see these two head towards the barn along the wall, and when you see where they're heading towards, you see that they are heading towards a ladder. What are you two doing?
How far are we from the barn?
You guys would be around 20 to... No, you'd probably be around 15 feet behind them.
50 feet behind them. Do you want to head into the barn then? Yeah.
I reckon we get inside and then we like pick off zombies one by one.
So we'd like to know what kind of entry points are there for this barn then on the ground floor.
There's a ladder leading up to an entranceway on the second level.
Okay.
And nothing on the ground level.
Apart from a few crates and barrels. No. There are obviously the zombies that are shifting back and forth between the courtyard. There's ones off in the paddock devouring these carcasses. The door of the barn is closed. There is an entrance way at the front, and there's a small hole above it, which was obviously used to hoist things up and into the barn. And then there's an entrance up to the second floor of the barn via a ladder on the south side wall, which is around 40 feet away from you.
See the zombies feasting the carcass?
Yeah.
How many are there?
It's around... So there are around 4 carcasses. Each one has around 3.
Do you want to take them on?
I want to get up.
Yeah.
Potentially remove the ladder.
Okay.
And then like...
Okay. So you
Climb in that
guys
thing.
get to the base ladder. Are you guys following?
I'm going to well, you go up to the second floor. I'm going to shimmy across the barn walls.
Okay.
Maybe hiding the weeds. Always keeping him in sight.
Okay.
Ready for you to give me the signal. And then we'll just start.
So as he makes his way to the ladder, you 3 make your way up. You continue to head down the edge of the barn wall into the wheat field. You have clear visual on him. Make a stealth check.
16.
Okay. You successfully duck into this wheat field. That's where we're going to end things off.
Okay.
Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back soon. I'm going to hand over to our SM.
Oh, I'm not going to say much else apart from, yes, we will be back soon. We're going to start up in hopefully just a couple of minutes. Thank you so much to our players. Thanks for watching. And we'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Coming up, why are you so vindictive, man? Why so violent? Why so violent coming up?
So